every great ancient civilization we know of left behind the same evidence of power. Palaces built to display it, temples built to worship it, and weapons built to defend it. Then there's the Indus Valley civilization, a society that built cities for over 1,000 years, larger than anything in Mesopotamia or Egypt at the time, and left behind almost none of that. No grand palaces, no monuments to kings, almost no depictions of war at all. And to this day, nobody can fully explain how they pulled that off. Stretching across what is now Pakistan and northwest India, the Indus Valley civilization flourished from around 3,300 to 1,300 BCE, making it contemporary with early Egypt and Mesopotamia, and at its peak, likely larger in population and geographic reach than both combined. At its height, it covered an area of over 1 million square kilometers, with major urban centers like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa housing tens of thousands of people each, connected by an extensive network of trade routes reaching as far as Mesopotamia itself. What sets these cities apart, even today, is how strikingly modern their planning feels. Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa were laid out on precise grid systems, with wide main streets running in straight lines and residential areas branching off in an organized, almost bureaucratic fashion. Houses were built from standardized fired mud bricks, made to consistent ratios across the entire civilization, suggesting either shared building codes or centralized production, spanning a region larger than most modern countries. Perhaps most remarkable was their sanitation. Many homes had private bathrooms connected to covered citywide drainage systems, channeling wastewater out of residential areas through brick-lined sewers, a level of urban infrastructure that wouldn't be matched again in most of the world for thousands of years. Public wells and reservoirs, like the famous Great Bath at Mohenjo-Daro, suggest organized water management on a civic scale, possibly tied to ritual bathing practices as well as practical hygiene. Here's where the Indus Valley gets genuinely strange compared to every other early civilization. Excavations across hundreds of sites have found no clear royal palaces, no grand tombs built for kings, and remarkably few weapons or fortifications compared to contemporary Mesopotamian or Egyptian cities. There's no obvious throne room, no monumental statue of a ruler, no inscriptions boasting of military conquest, the kind of evidence that defines almost every other Bronze Age civilization we know of. This has led many archaeologists to a striking hypothesis that the Indus Valley may have operated without the kind of centralized singular kingship seen elsewhere, possibly governed instead through some form of shared civic administration. Councils of merchants and administrators, or regional cooperation between city-states rather than one all-powerful ruler. Whether that's fully accurate or simply reflects what has and hasn't survived archaeologically is still debated, but the near total absence of the usual symbols of royal power and warfare is undeniable. Trade was clearly central to their economy. Thousands of small stone seals have been found, carved with animal imagery and a still undeciphered script, likely used to mark ownership of trade goods. These seals have turned up as far away as Mesopotamia itself. Physical proof of long-distance trade networks, moving goods like carnelian beads, cotton textiles, and metals across enormous distances. That script remains one of archaeology's most stubborn mysteries. With around 400 distinct symbols found on seals, pottery, and tablets, and no bilingual texts discovered to help translate it the way the Rosetta Stone did for Egyptian hieroglyphs, the Indus script has never been fully deciphered, meaning we still can't read, in their own words, whatever this civilization wrote about itself. Around 1900 BCE, this remarkably stable civilization began a long, gradual decline. The leading theory today centers on climate change. Shifting monsoon patterns appear to have weakened the rivers this civilization depended on, including the Gaga-Hakra river system, which may correspond to the ancient Sarasvati River described in later Vedic texts, and which seems to have dried up significantly during this period. As agriculture became less reliable, populations appear to have gradually dispersed into smaller rural settlements, rather than collapsing suddenly through invasion or war, further supporting the idea that this was a civilization undone by environment rather than conflict. The Indus Valley civilization ruled a larger territory than early Egypt or Mesopotamia, built some of the most advanced urban infrastructure of the ancient world, and did it all without leaving behind a single named king, a boasted conquest, or a war we can clearly identify. We still can't read their writing. We still don't know exactly how they govern themselves. What we do know is that for over 1,000 years, in cities with better drainage than some cities have today, an enormous civilization thrived, and somehow, largely without the sword,